A special Wayne Hills Television sports presentation. The following is a special Wayne Hills Television sports presentation.
Hello and welcome to the Gifford Gymnasium as we broadcast from our very own Wayne Hills TV studio for today's boys basketball matchup that features the Fairlawn Cutters and your Patriots of Wayne Hills. Alongside Jason Hook and Luca Unuzzi, I'm Noah Sandler as we bring you this matchup. So Luca, give us a recap of the boys basketball last game.
So the last game was an away matchup against Pascack Valley, where the Wayne Hills boys team took their first loss 60-58 in overtime in that game. We see the top scorers on the screen now. The graphic pulled up 28 points for Philip Park, who had a really great game, but still unfortunately couldn't be enough as we still took the loss. And also some higher scorers, Andre Macarenas with 13 and Ali Mansuroglu with 8. So that game was definitely a good competition from Hills, but unfortunately took their first loss on the season. But hey, 6-1 is still a very, very good record.
Yeah, and now let's take a look at the key players for today's game. So Luca, who's your key player?
So my key player for this season, for this game is Ali Mansuroglu. He's had a great season so far, finally gaining a starting spot here this season. And again, as we said, last game had 8 points, but overall on the season, his stats are 23 twos, 5 threes, 12 free throws made for a total of 77 points. Also 54 rebounds, a significant number, great stat for him as well.
And now Jason, who's your key player?
My key player for today's game is Andre Macarenas, who has 92 points so far in the season off of 7 threes and 26 two-pointers. He plays the point guard position, and he's a senior on the team. His brother is a senior as well, Chester Macarenas. Two very good players, and I can't wait to see what Andre can do for today's game.
Yeah, and so my key player for today's game is Philip Park, who in the last game, as Lucas said, had 28 points, 3 threes and 7 two-pointers and 7 free throws. So he had 28 points in that game. He has 135 points on the season, 19 three-pointers throughout the entire season in his 7 games that he's played. So he's definitely really showing up this season, and he's really a very big asset for this team. And before we get this game started, we had a chance to hear from Philip Park on his thoughts of the team. This is In the Paint.
Philip Park, senior point guard. My goals for the season are winning as many games as possible and just staying healthy, keeping the team healthy, all of our families healthy, and just getting through the season, trying to get all 15 games in without interruptions. I plan on improving my leadership skills, my teammate qualities, and just all my basketball skills so that I'm ready to compete at the next level. I think that the team will do as good as we are right now. We're 6-1 right now, and I believe that we can stay on this pace through our 15 games and just keep on winning and keep on showing everyone how good we are. There's a big difference between this season and last season, mainly being the spectators. We weren't allowed any parents or fans to watch us, and we weren't allowed to the refs weren't allowed to touch the ball, we weren't allowed to jump ball, and yeah, it's been a bit different, but we've grown used to it, and we're comfortable with it, and we're just happy to be playing. I chose to play basketball at a young age because of my parents and my friends. We just played together outside, and we just kept playing, went to rec, and then travel ball, and now high school, and just kept growing and playing more basketball. My favorite NBA team is almost definitely the Suns because I like watching Devin Booker. No other reason I like them over any other team just because of Devin Booker. And I am planning on pursuing basketball at Wesleyan University next year. I wish that my parents and my friends can be at the game to just watch me play and watch our team play and see how we play in person instead of on a computer screen.
And we are back again in the Gifford Gymnasium. Again, here at the announcing table. Here with me, Luke Nuzzi. I'm here with Noah Sandler and Jason Hook. Now, let's go to the starting 5 graphic for Wayne Hills. We see number 1, Andre Macarenas, number 2, Philip Park, number 13, James Adamo, number 20, Brandon Caprioni, and number 34, Ali Mansoroglu.
And just to point out some standings before we start today, Hills is in first in the Big North in the Independent Division. And as we get started here, the Fairlawn Cutters against the Wayne Hills Patriots.
First shot is up and good for Fairlawn for 3. Under great pass to Phil for 3, no good. And rebound from Brandon Caprioni, he's fouled.
You know, unfortunately, starting off the game, Philip Park did airball that three-pointer. You saw Brandon Caprioni right under that basket, ready to pick up the rebound, and he's going to the line for 2. You know, it's great to see, starting off the game, we did see that missed three-pointer, but we did see great effort in getting that rebound.
First free throw shot is good from Caprioni.
Who hit that 3 before to start off the game for Fairlawn?
I believe it might have been number 22, Josh Hovka, that hit that 3. And it's 33, Moran. And Parker's pass taken away by Hills. Here's Mansoroglu to Park. To Adamo. Back to Adamo now. Phil Park.
Beautiful ball movement so far.
As soon as you say that, unfortunately Hills did lose it, but they get it back after that rebound off the missed shot from Green. Park takes the 3 himself, and it's good, giving Wayne Hills the lead, 5-3.
Saw that player right with his hand in his face. Philip Park does not take no for an answer. He takes the three-pointer, and it is good. 5-3, Wayne Hills.
Skating Green. Fast to go. Moving in is Reyes. No good. Gets it back again, gets his own rebound, in and out, no good. So now Wayne Hills takes the ball back. Julian Reyes, number 21 for Fairlawn. They're a real player to watch out for.
It's like there was an offensive foul there. Number 34, Ali Mansuroglu.
Parker inbounds to Moran. Back to Moran, now to Reyes.
And we see Jaden Moran for Fairlawn kind of being more of like the playmaker type of player here, kind of setting up those plays, getting those passes out. So so far we really haven't seen him shooting too much, but he's really getting those nice passes in where they need to be, so that a player like Reyes or someone like that can get in for that layup.
Now we see Hills back with it once again. Here's Phillip Park. And then to Roglu. Mr. Macarena's driving inside, puts up the shot, no good. Trying to keep it in bounds is Caprioni. It might have gone off one of Fairlawn's players.
Yeah, that shot was just a little bit too short and off of the net there.
That was a beautiful hustle from Brandon Caprioni. You know, we saw that rebound before, and now he's chasing after every single loose ball. That's something you really love to see in a basketball player.
And a great effort from him to keep it with Hills. Here's Adamo. Puts up the shot, no good. Tries to get the rebound, cannot. Fairlawn gets it. Running in is Barker. Shot is up, no good. They're going to call a foul.
Something I'd like to point out for today's game is that there's parents in attendance for some of the Wayne Hills players, as Governor Murphy of New Jersey announced that parents would be allowed inside of the gym. So I believe each player was allowed 2 parent tickets for today's game.
First shot from Reyes is no good. And it's rebounded by Hills. Here's Phillip Park. Great pass to Caprioni right under the basket. Tries to put up the shot, no good. Loses it, and now Fairlawn has it. There's Brandon Barker.
As I said earlier, here's Moran kind of setting things up, making the pass. You saw him just pass to Hupko.
Back to Moran, dishes out to Jaden Green, who drives in, puts up a shot, and it's good, and that one's going to tie the game.
And
5-5 now. Tie game. Just over 4 minutes left to go. As we head into this timeout, I would like to talk about Fairlawn's mascot, the Cutters, which was originally named after a lot of attendees of the school cutting classes. A coach of theirs decided, name it after the amount of times a lot of basketball players would cut school, and now it's come back and it's a pretty catchy nickname for them.
yeah, normally you would see like the Patriots or there's like some sort of a mascot. Wayne Valley's the Indians. You also see a lot of common names like the Eagles or Bears. Those are just some common high school mascot names. But the Cutters, at first I thought it was kind of like the Lawnmowers or something like that. I was a little bit confused with why they would be called that. As you see Park take a shot from 3.
Man, strange name, but a great story behind it. Here's a put-up shot from Hupko, no good. Rebound from Moran, it's good. 7-5, Fairlawn gives themselves the lead. Park to McElwain, shove the pass back to Park. Drives in, puts up the underhand shot, no good.
Park ran out of bounds a little bit without the ball in his hands, and you saw the ball bouncing back toward him. He had to duck a little bit, a little agility there, trying to make that quick.
We saw Adamo with the jumper there in the paint.
And quick pass to Hupko. Finds an open Barker. Looks like he's going to get the N one there.
Now, 5 minutes into the game, both teams with 2 fouls so far, you know. It's interesting to see how, you know, in a game like this, you know, Fairlawn versus Hills, not really big rivals, you know. So far, there's been a lot of contact.
Now 10-7 after the N1 free throw shot was made from Green. Great shot there. Great passing from Macarenas to Adamo. A great play there.
Macarenas
Wayne Hills within 1 point.
Macarenas looking for the look. He did a little pump fake there, and out of the pump fake, he had that beautiful pass right to Adamo. You know, it's great to see, you know, the amount of passion into each individual movement between each individual player.
We've seen some nice passing for Hills, finding the open player. We've seen really Park doing that very well so far in this game. Like, he's found Adamo a couple times. I believe he's found Macarenas a couple of times. So he's definitely finding those open players and making some nice passes.
After the foul, Fairlawn to inbound. Shot for 3 off the rim, no good. Rebounded for Wayne Hills by Mansoroglu. Let's do Adamo. Adamo charging in. Here goes Park. To Luke Crisati, who just came in. Crisati back to Park. Mansoroglu driving in, gives it back out to Adama on the far side there. 3 for Mansoroglu, off the front rim, no good. And Moran loses the ball there. Crisati gets it back for Hills, gives it to Phil Park. Quick pass over to Mansoroglu, and that gives Wayne Hills an 11-10 lead.
Yeah, something I'd like to point out is that Hills already has 4 fouls. Fairlawn only has 1, but it does look like Fairlawn just, it looks like Hills just committed another one. So that's going to put them up at 5 team fouls, and that is already Mansoroglu's 3rd of the game. So that's something that is going to need to be watched out for. If I were the coach of this team, I would pull Mansoroglu out for a couple minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're bringing in number 22, Chester Macarenas.
And I agree with that because it's way too early in the game to start getting these high fouls. And you would expect that Fairlawn would get in the bonus pretty early, which wouldn't be too good for Hills.
Tied up at 11 here, but just like that, as soon as Chester comes in, he puts up a nice 2-point shot, giving Wayne Hills a 13-11 lead.
Now you got the 2 brothers, the senior Chester Macarenas and the junior Andre Macarenas, 2 very talented teammates and brothers out there. And
wow,
that was an amazing feat of athleticism there. We saw that from number 1, Andre Macarenas. He jumped up high, he reached his hand up high, and he got that amazing block right there.
That was unbelievable by Macarenas.
And again, what a way to keep it in bounds there from Adamo. Put up shot from Crisati, both miss, and Fairlawn gets it back just like that, finding a wide open Moran. Puts up the shot, and it's good, and that's going to tie the game at 13. Under a minute left. Hills is playing quick right here now. Phil Park charging in, tries to put up a shot, gets fouled.
You know, I love the hustle from the Wayne Hills Patriots team. You saw 2 different players keeping the ball in. Unfortunately, it was to no avail as Fairlawn came on the other end and scored the fast break points. But you love the hustle. They both were able to, you know, reach out, show off that agility, show off, you know, that skill, that hustle. And, you know, they dove for the ball, willing to risk an injury, diving for the ball, keeping that one in bounds, doing anything to keep, you know, Hills' lead.
And a line violation there. So now it's going to go to Fairlawn to inbound to Jasper Tambokin, who came in before for Moran, but Moran just came back in for Jaden Green. About 30 seconds left here. Layup from Fairlawn is good, 15-13. Layup from Barker there. Phil Park makes a move, passes back. Chester Macarenas. To Phil, whistle's gonna blow with 4 seconds left.
Not sure what just happened there. Looks like they may have called a travel. I'm not sure. We didn't see the referee who was in the middle there. But it does look like it's going to be Farrell on ball looking for a quick play here.
And drop shot from Reyes is no good. So 15-13 end of the first quarter. Fairlawn has the lead. Let's just take a quick look at the replay there. We'll see the replay of the Andre Macarenas block that he had. Made an incredible block.
Yeah, as you can see, number 1, Andre Macarenas there with the pass to James Adamo. Beautiful pass, beautiful layup in there, and you know, it's great to see 2 different players connecting for that great one.
Yeah, I mean that's what we've been seeing. We've been seeing this nice duo between Park and Adamo, who's been in the paint, getting those passes and getting those quick layups. It doesn't always need to be some crazy 3-pointer. All you need is a nice pass setup, get in the paint, and get that layup.
Yeah, we saw Chester Macarenas come into the game, and about maybe 15-20 seconds later, he got his first points. Unfortunately, Andre Macarenas, his brother, number 1, was not able to score yet this game, but I still have high hopes for him.
We did see that incredible block by him.
Yeah, that was an amazing feat of athleticism, and you know, I can't wait to see what he can do for the rest of this game and for the rest of the season.
You see both Macarenas brothers coming out to start off the second quarter here. I'm going to pass Phil to Andre now. Prasadi now to Andre Macarenas. A great move there underneath the basket, tying the game up once again at 15 to start off the second quarter.
You know, I said right before, Andre Macarenas, no points, and here he is coming right back with that easy layup, and he ties the game. Up go pass to Green. Tosses it back out, but Hills regains possession. Macarenas pass right to his brother, and that brotherly chemistry. Great pass there. They always had great chemistry out on the court together. They live with each other, practice with each other every day through and through. So definitely have the best chemistry on the team. 17-15, Hills has the lead. Jasper Tambokan. Pass to Moran. Julian Reyes. Pass to Barker. 3 from Moran. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Corsati. Hills gets the ball back. Adamo losing for it, fighting for it on the ground. Fairlawn comes out with it. Jaden Moran gets it back. Julian Reyes pass to Barker. Deep 2. Missed no good, but Reyes able to get the rebound. Josh Hopko gives it to Barker. Shot off the bottom of the rim, rebounded by Chester. He passed it right to Phil. Driving shot goes off the rim, no good, but he does get the foul. It's like Philip Park there going up. He had a little like double pump midair, and he still managed to get close, but unfortunately not quite there as he goes to the line for 2.
And that foul was on Josh Hupko, his first of the game.
Let me see now for Fairlawn. Jaden Green comes back in for Jasper Tambokan. And second shot is good, so 1 for 2 at the line there for Phil Park. Jaden Moran. Great maneuver there, but can't get the ball up, the shot up there. Here's Philip Park. Great spin move, puts up the layup shot, and it falls down. What a great shot from Philip Park.
You know, that's the stuff you love to see from Park. You know, last game he had, 28 points, and
Yep.
he's out here scoring more and more points each game. I mean, he's been doing great so far. He's got 135 points on the game with a lot of two-pointers, 24 of which, as we have a replay of that two-pointer right there, making it his 25th. If we can see the replay there, and beautiful spin move right there from Philip Park. He goes up, and it is good.
Yeah, he was heavily contested there, but he really showed some hustle in the paint. He's really an all-around player, whether it be from three, whether it be kind of making those plays, making those passes, or even just up in the paint getting those layups.
You know, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You know, Wayne Hill Sports, it's all about the players hustling, you know, whether it's soccer, football, basketball, baseball, lacrosse. They've all show great passion for each game, and they all hustle. They all chase after every single loose ball, and it's great to see the amount of passion and hustle in the players' hearts.
And speaking of baseball, Phil Park, a multi-sport athlete. For baseball, he just committed to Wesleyan College to continue his education there, and also where he will be playing baseball and basketball as well. Three-point shot from Julian Reyes is good. And that makes it 18-20. Wayne Hill still has the lead, though, as Chester puts up the layup shot, and it is good. 22-18 Wayne Hills now. 5 minutes, 16 seconds left. Wayne Hills has the lead. Reyes passes to Barker. Now Reyes. Again back to Barker, now to Green. And Moran, who charges in but loses it to Macarenas. And they're going to call a foul on Macarenas there. Might have taken a travel as he was taking that free run. It was just him and Barker. He had one person to outrun. A foolish mistake like that costs what could have been an easy 2 points for Hills. And now Fairlawn gets it back. Julian Reyes charging up the court. Takes a spin move, drops back for a great 2-point shot there. Macarenas charging in, draws the foul there.
No, but it's going to be called a travel. Now inbounding the ball is going to be Josh Hupko for Fairlawn. But it did look like he was fouled on there, but the referee has called the travel before they could call a foul.
A drop back shot from 2 for Julian Reyes. No good. Rebounded by Andre. Andre takes a deep 3, and it is good.
No, I believe that was actually
25-20.
Park. I believe that was Park with the 3 there.
Yeah, that was number 2, Philip Park, with the three-pointer. He has 8 points today.
Yeah, and something that I'm noticing is that, like I said earlier, is the fouls. That's Hills with 6 and Fairlawn with 3, but it seems like they're getting these fouls a lot slower. I believe that was Mansroglu earlier in the game who already got up to 3, so now he's out. So maybe that's because he has half of the fouls so far in this game for Hills.
Shot put up from Chester is blocked. Cressati trying to get it back. And they're going to say it's going to stay with Fairlawn on that side. Inbound to Reyes. As he drives into the key, pass to Moran. No good. Rebounded by Hills. Phil Park. Pass to Adamo for 3 off the rim. No good. Tries to get the ball back, but loses it. Took a bit of a weird fall there. You see him trying to walk it off there. Definitely landed a bit awkward. That's to Luke Grisati. 3 for Park. Off the rim, but rebounded by Macarenas. Gives it right back to Park, who charges into the key. And the shot is good. See, from outside, from three-point range, charging into the key, he can do it all. Very versatile athlete, and that's why he's the star of this Wayne Hills team. And another steal from Park. Puts it up for 2, and it's good. Just like that, another 2 points from Philip Park. Killing it on offense, defense, everything. That was an amazing game so far. And goes Reyes to Hopko. There's Adil Yusuf coming into the game for the first time tonight.
And that'll stay with Fairlawn.
Joseph gets off the pass to Reyes. Some great moves there, but can't get the ball to go in.
Looks like that's going to be a foul on number 11, Luke Crisati, his first of the game, and Hills' 7th foul so far. That'll put Fairlawn into the bonus here, as they only have 3 fouls. It has still been a very aggressive game so far. You know, a lot of back and forth play, a lot of, back and forth aggression, and Hills was still able to keep that 9-point game.
Shot from Yosef is missed, so he won't get the next one. Long pass from Crisati to Magarenas. Now Park. Sitting with it now, pass to Andre. Andre moving in. It's at the Park for 3. No good off the rim there.
You could see Park looked a little bit hurt there as he fell down. Not sure where Park is, but he did get back up. He's kind of limping a little bit now.
Yeah, you can see. We see a substitution now. We see Adil Yusuf comes out and.
I mean, Park is still out there.
It
It looks like he's holding his right hip. As we see Andre Macarenas there with that layup there. He's kind of holding his right hip. He's having trouble kind of like walking even. But he's staying in the game.
This pass to Barker. Shot from Reyes off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Chester. Pass to Park to Crisati. And Brandon Barker completely ran into Crisati there. Look at Crisati took a foot to the back.
That was
let's take a quick look at that replay there. What just happened?
As you can see, we got an enormous jump there from Barker as rewinded back. A big jump and a bit of a big fall there. Excuse me. That was he jumped very high there.
Yeah, I'll give him that much. He got some pretty good air on that jump, but it was a bit off target.
Yeah, he reminds me a bit of
took a hit.
He reminds me a bit of another former high school player, fat, a big speedster, can jump very high. You might know him as NFL player Henry Ruggs III. Played high school ball and was known for his amazing speed and amazing jumping. And so far, we've seen Barker drive to the lane a lot so far, and he's shown off that speed and agility.
No good. Rebounded by Hills. Under a minute left now. Pointing this to his brother Andre, now to Phil Park. Drives in, shot no good, rebounded by Reyes, but Reyes nearly loses it there. He does lose it. And it's caught back by Hills now. Past Caprioni now, back to Andre, and now Phil has it. I'll just wait out the clock and wait the last seconds to charge in and put up a shot. Chester Macarenas, he charges in. Pushes it back out to his brother. Takes the shot. No good. Rebounded by Fairlawn. Takes a deep shot. And that'll be no good. That'll do it for the first half. Wayne Hills with the lead, 32-20. It's a big start in this first half here for Wayne Hills with a 32-20 lead, and that's the end of the first half. Again, with Wayne Hills up 32-20, and don't go anywhere. Second half action is underway.
and welcome back to Wayne Hills High School for a second half action. And now let's take a look at some first half stats. We could please see that first half stat graphic. And so, Jason, what have you seen so far?
So far, we've seen a 12-point lead from the Wayne Hills Patriots, 32-20. So far, it's been close when it comes to turnovers and rebounds. Hills leading in rebounds by 1, 7-6, and Hills leading in turnovers with only 2 compared to Fairlawn's 4. You know, it's been a great game. You know, they're up by 12 along with the 12 points that were scored by Phillip Park in the first half. You know, it's been great games of basketball. You know, it's been a very close game, and it's been very interesting to watch.
And now we have, I believe we have Mr. Hittinger, the public address announcer and history teacher here at Hills. Mr. Hittinger, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Hey, this is Noah Sandler here. So what do you think of the first half so far with Hills up by 12?
Yeah, well, I was close to Coach Rob Karsich, and saw he was not happy with that first quarter. He's a lot more pleased with the second quarter from the Patriots. Phil Park, I think, really galvanized them. Like you said, leading the team in points. They got into some foul trouble in the first quarter. They were able to correct those things. The Fairlawn has a lot of height and some big bodies, so I think they're trying to figure out how to navigate around those bodies without calling fouls. But a couple of three-pointers from Phil Park has really now taken a huge swing from where they were trailing by 3 points or so to now leading by 12. Fairlawn goes through the last 4 minutes of.
All right. So thank you for that, Mr. Hittinger. So, Luca, what else have you seen so far in the first half?
So a lot of what Mr. Hittinger said, I can definitely agree with. Also, Phillip Park as well being like a main star for this game. Also had that great defensive block that we saw from before. But again, like Mr. Hittinger said, that first quarter going in down 2 and now going into the second half up by 12. Big change happened in that second quarter there for Wayne Hills. Really took over, and the momentum just flipped there. And hopefully, when the second half starts, that momentum can continue with the Patriots, and they can keep this lead going throughout the rest of the game and to secure themselves a win after that loss in their last game against Pascack Valley.
And as we've been saying so far today, Phil Park has really been an all-around player. He's making nice passes. He's hustling. He's getting in the paint. He's getting some nice shots up, both from 3 and from in the paint. So he's definitely really helping this team out and setting a lot of things up, which is really great to see.
Yeah, it's been a great game from this whole entire Hills roster as we are now going into the third quarter here as we see James Adamo ready to inbound the ball to Phillip Park as we get a second half action underway.
And second half now underway. Phil Park going to start it off here for the Patriots. Strong. 3-point shot from Macarenas, no good. Rebounded by Phil Park. Gets to come down.
Looks like they're gonna.
And he's taking a trip to the line. So I guess they did call that 2-point shot. He had good, and it's going to be for an and 1. And that shot is good. So 35-20, a 15-point lead for Wayne Hills.
Yeah, so far a 15-point lead for Hills, like you just said, and 15 points for, number 2, Phillip Park, one of the star players on this very talented Hills team.
Another turnover for Wayne Hills here. Great steal from Andre Macarenas, who just passes to Phillip Park, whose pass is deflected by number 22, Josh Hupko of Fairlawn, but he was the last one to touch it, so that ball will go out of bounds, and Hills will get it right back again. And that shot put up is good 34-2. Now Wayne Hills up 37-20. Jaden Moran. Pass to Brandon Barker. Back to Green. Barker charges in. Shot no good, gets his own rebound, loses control of the ball, and that goes back to Chester Macarenas. And Hills gets it back. Phil Park passes to Andre. Layup shot no good.
Looks like there might have been an offensive foul on that one because he kind of pushed his elbow into a planted defender, but there was no call on that. I mean, that shot didn't go in, so there wasn't really any controversy surrounding that, as we see Farrell on hit a layup, and what feels like it's really been a while. I feel like they've been at this 20 points area for quite some time now.
Now we see Phil Park back with the ball at around half court. 3-point shot from Chester is good, and that makes it 40-22. Shot up from Moran, no good, rebounded by Hills. Crisati gets the rebound and passes back to Park. Andre for three. Bit too much on it, no good. Now he's Julian Reyes. Reyes stepping back, takes a great move there, gets off a great pass, but the shot's no good from Green. And the shot as well, no good from Jaden Moran.
As we see Jaden Moran go to the line for Hill's first foul of the quarter and first foul of the second half. That one's the second foul of the game on number 22, Chester Macarenas, after that three-pointer he just had. He has 9 points on the game so far.
After that, we see a substitution. Jaden Green goes out, and Jasper Timboken coming back in. We saw Jasper Timboken in the game last year. Hills played at Fairlawn. I don't believe they played a game against Fairlawn at home last year. There's Phil Park. Charges in, another spin move, but that shot no good. And again, he takes another fall.
Again, showing the footwork out there. You know, he had the spin move from earlier that he was, able to finish on. Unfortunately, that one hits against the side of the backboard there as he was spinning a little out of control there, but his footwork has shown to be very effective so far this game.
And his first free throw shot is good on his third trip to the line. And his second shot as well is good. 5 for 6 in his 3 attempts at the line. There's 3 appearances at the line. Here's Timboken. Reyes. Moran for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Chester. He gives it right to Andre. Andre still holding up there. Here's Phil Park. Trying to get himself around Barker. That's back with Adamo. Back at half court. Timboken tries to get the steal and can't. Pass to Crisati. Now back to Adamo. Launches it out to Macarenas, who puts up the shot, no good, but Hills gets their own rebound. Now Park has it. Park shot put up off the back of the rim, no good. And now it's rebounded by Fairlawn. Julian Reyes is fouled.
That was the second foul of the game on Phil Park, as he's been having a great game so far, unfortunately, with that second foul coming in.
Shot from Moran, no good. Wayne Hills rebounds. Here's Adamo. Charges in, passes to Andre Macarenas. Shot put up is good. 44-24, now a 20-point lead for Wayne Hills. Jaden Moran's pass to Tim Boken. Reyes for three, no good. It looks like Moran is down towards half court. Put up shot from Macarenas is good. 46-24 now.
No, I believe that was actually Park with that shot here. Yet again, how many points does he have so far in the game, Jason?
He actually has 19 points going into the 3-minute mark in the third quarter. Last game he had 28 points, and here he is, still with time left in the third quarter. 19 points. He's really been showing off this game and this entire season so far. And we might, I believe that we have a replay from the fall. Jaden Moran, number 33 from Fairlawn. If we could show
let's take a look at what exactly happened here.
Oh, it looks like he got a little bit of a push from Luke Crissati. May have stumbled over himself walking back, and
might have been a bit of sellage too, trying to get the foul call there.
Yeah, it looked like he was kind of holding his ankle there, so we'll see if he comes back in the game. We're not sure what his status is. Yeah. But, I mean, as you were saying, Phil Park really dominating this game with the layups. I mean, he's really driving to the basket, he's setting players up as well as he's getting set up by a player like Adamo or someone of that nature to get those shots in the paint.
And then back to Phil Park. 4 points short of having half the points that Hills has so far. Is 19 out of the 46 points, and last week he was 1 point short of having half their points. He had 58 points in the Pascack Valley game, and he had 28 out of 58. And Tim Boken is fouled by Chester Macarenas. That's Chester's third foul so far. Going bounce, Tim Boken. Pass now to Reyes. Reyes drives in, and the shot is good. 46-26, 2 minutes 45 left here in the third quarter. Park gets around, now to Macarenas. Andre shot up, no good, rebounded by Fairlawn. That's Julian Reyes. Runs it down all for himself. Shot no good. Tim Boken's rebound shot up and good. 46-28 now. Hill still has a staggering 18-point lead. Here's Park. Park to Adamo. Now back to Park. It's to the other side to Andre. Park for three. Off the back of the rim, no good, but rebounded by Adamo. He's going to charge in, tries to put up a shot, loses the ball, and Fairlawn has it. Reyes dishes it out there. And Adamo a bit slow to get up, but he's charging back down court now. Shot put up from Reyes, no good. All the way back to the other side of the court, and Brandon Barker has to chase it down. He runs up, puts up a shot, and takes it all the way from the other side of the court to the basket, and it's up and good. 46-30, Wayne Hills.
Yeah, that was a great Euro step we just saw there from Brandon Barker, showing off similar footwork to what we've seen so far from Philip Park, driving inside, using the footwork to his advantage, and that puts it within a 16-point game.
3-point shot from Crissati, no good, rebounded by Andre. And looks like that one's going to fall in and be good. So I think Andre got an N1 off that. Yes, he will. He'll take the N1 off the foul from Julian Reyes there.
That'll be Andre's 10th point of the game as he goes to the line, possibly for 11.
That
And
foul
he gets it.
That foul was on Julian Reyes, as we said.
It looks like Andre Macarenas, after that foul shot, will be taking out of the game.
And back in is number 34, Ali Mansuroglu. Now a minute left.
Yeah, if you remember, he was taking out, I believe it was in the first quarter, so it's been quite some time since he's been in the game. He was taken out because of he was already getting into some foul trouble with 3 fouls. So Coach Karsich made the decision to take him out, even though he is a really strong player for the game. It's not worth the risk of him fouling out so early in the game, as he already had 3 in the first quarter.
But Tim Bogan's 3, no good, was off the fingertips of a Hills player. And Fairlawn will get it back to throw in. And nice screen play there as Julian Reyes puts it up for 2. 49-32. Wayne Hills still with a big lead here at the final 30 seconds. Dama runs up, gives it to Mansuroglu, who gives it to Macarenas. To Crisati. Dama back to Macarenas. Drives in, puts up a 2-point shot, and it is good, and that's going to end off the third quarter with Wayne Hills up by 19-51-32.
You know, that was a beautiful, beautiful step in right there. He driving to the basket, and we saw a great lay-in from Andre Macarenas. That'll be his 13th point of the game, as he's coming off of last game. He was one of the top 3 scorers, and right now he is the second highest scoring with 13, right behind Phillip Park's 19.
We saw Park out towards the end of that third quarter there. And we saw Brandon Caprioni again coming back into the game.
Yeah, I mean,
As
how
we've
many
seen him out
points
for a
does
while
Park
as
have?
well.
He has 19
Still
points.
19, yep. Yeah, that's a stat we're going to keep checking in on. I mean, like we said, 28 points last game, 135 on the season. And I just want to take a minute to point out kind of what's happened so far in the season and what's yet to come in terms of schedule. So, excuse me. So Hills won their first 5, and really by some pretty big margins. Like one game against West Milford, 63-40. We saw 58-46, 68-43. So they've really been dominating. They unfortunately did lose their last game against Pascack Valley with a score of 60-58. That was their first loss of the season.
It was an overtime loss as well.
Yeah, overtime. And so they're 6-1. 6-1 so far on the season. And just looking ahead, coming up later on in the season, we have games against Fairlawn. Oh, actually, no, Fairlawn is today, excuse me. We got Valley scheduled for Thursday. Passaic Valley, Lakeland, West Milford, and Fairlawn. There's a possibility that the Thursday game against Wayne Valley could be postponed due to the snow that's supposed to be in the area on Thursday afternoon, so we'll see on that. But we'll have all of those home games live for you here on Wayne Hills TV, as now we see the fourth quarter underway here at Wayne Hills High School, with Wayne Hills up 51-32.
Wayne Hills boys didn't really have many home games. Only had that one home game towards the start of the season. It was a long stretch of just girls' games. Only 5 home games listed on the roster so far.
Last time us as the announcers called a game or even saw a boys basketball team was on January 28th, and that was the one and only game so far that was at home. So this is their only second at home. But it doesn't seem to bug them to be playing away, as they've really been dominating so far this season.
Shot good from Adamo makes it 53-32. Hills now with their biggest lead of 21.
You know, you always hear about home crowd advantage, home team advantage, and you know, that has not phased this Wayne Hills Patriots team. You know, even when they're the away team, they've proven to still be dominant. As Noah said before, they've been winning by some pretty large margins.
Yeah, and I mean, including today's game, 4 out of the 6 final games of the regular season for Wayne Hills are scheduled to be at home. So Fairlawn's today, Valley, Lakeland, and West Milford, with Passaic Valley and another Fairlawn game away. So they're scheduled to be at home, but with a few parents in here, it doesn't seem to make too big of a difference with the way they play. They're still completely overpowering and dominating Fairlawn.
And James Adamo is going to make that layup there, but it's not going to count, as they're going to call an offensive foul on Adamo, as that's the 4th foul of the half for this Wayne Hills Patriots team, and the 2nd one for Adamo.
A great shot from him, though, but yeah, again, unfortunately, it won't count. 3-point shot from Moran is no good, but rebounded almost by Green there, but Wayne Hills gets it back. Here's Adamo. Pass to Crisati, back to Adamo. What a flick pass there between Crisati and Adamo. A great play there. Makes 55-32 Wayne Hills.
Yeah, you love to see this ball movement. We saw a lot of it with the girls varsity team, and we're seeing a lot of it with this boys varsity team. You know, a lot of great chemistry going on between a lot of these high school sports teams, especially at Wayne Hills.
An analogy that could, I guess you could kind of use is Phil Park and Sam Graff. Sam Graff on the girls' team, kind of making those plays, hitting a few threes, driving in the paint, and that's exactly what we've been seeing from Phil Park so far this season, and especially today.
As we saw before, didn't get to call it, though. Fairlawn immediately replied with a 2-point shot and a huge block from Jaden Green we saw before as well. Now Hills back with it. Mansoroglu's pass intercepted there. And now driving is Reyes, puts up a quick and easy 2 points. And Fairlawn's really putting it into drive right now, though they are down 19 with only just over 5 minutes left. They're still trying to diminish the Wayne Hills lead here. Deep 2 shot from Andre Macarenas is good. And just like that, Hills knows that Fairlawn isn't giving up, so they still got to put as much into this as they were before. 57-36, their lead by 21 now. Reyes puts up their shot, and it's good. 57-38, an immediate reply from Fairlawn.
You know, we saw Philip Park, taking over earlier in the game, and so far he's been taking over for this team, but we've seen Andre Macarenas come around. I believe going into the second half, he only had 4 points, and now he's at 15.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen too much of Mansoroglu, as like I said, he hasn't really played too much in this game so far due to some foul trouble. We have seen Chester Macarenas. We've also seen James Adamo. I forgot to mention James Adamo has been hitting some nice shots in the paint, kind of hustling. I think he's drawn a couple of fouls as well. How many points does Adamo have?
Adamo has 8 points in this game, so he's been doing very well. Especially he had a bit of a run so far in the fourth quarter, and there it is.
Yeah,
another
speaking of
three-pointer.
Adamo, there he goes with that deadly three-pointer to put Hills at the 60-point mark, and now they're up 60-38.
Flip-up shot from Moran for Fairlawn, no good. 60-38, as you said, the score. Adamo again for 3. That one just short. Nearly gets the rebound there, but Brandon Barker outruns him, and another shot blocked from Andre Macarenas.
That's
there.
his second amazing block of the game.
I mean, he just stretched his arm all the way out. We saw in the first block, we saw him jump super high, and he got the block. And in that second one, he reached out his hand all the way back and he swatted it away.
Unfortunately, we just lost the monitor for a bit.
Yeah, I believe they're just doing some quick work with the graphic, and up here we go again, but that with our feed here. Sorry we missed a second of the call there.
Shot up is good. What we did miss was number 5, Jared Mintz, has just come in for Wayne Hills. 60 to 40, a 20-point lead for Wayne Hills. And rebound there from Adil Yusuf. There's Marcus Rosado just coming for Fairlawn.
Here's Luke Cressedy. He's been on and off the bench so far in this game. Does he have any points so far?
Yeah, he recently had that layup just about a minute or so ago.
Other than that, so he just has 2 points.
Yeah, he just has 2 points, as we saw Andre Macarenas with an interesting shot up there. He put it up. He got his own rebound, and mid-air he kind of tipped it in, and that resulted in the and one, I believe, and that was foul on number 5, Adil Yusuf, for the Fairlawn Cutters.
We see some more substitutions coming in as we haven't really seen Phil Park in for much of the fourth quarter. He's been out, as well as Brennan Caprioni. Now we see some more of our secondary players coming on, as it is a 65-38 lead for Wayne Hills here. And shot from Rosado for Fairlawn is good. Now we see Chester Macarenas with it. And shot up and good from Chester. That's going to make it 67 to 40.
I actually believe that was number 4, Sam Fitzsimmons, the sophomore, put that up. I believe that is his first basket of the season.
Most likely is, yeah. Sam Fitzsimmons, junior, actually.
Yeah, that is only his second basket so far of the season after checking. Great layup that he just put up there.
With about a minute to go here, I believe it is pretty safe to say here that Hills will win this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're up by, 29 points with 50 seconds left. It's definitely going to be hard for this Fairlawn Cutters team to come back, but, and
they're still
wow!
putting their all out, though. A great shot there from Adil Yusuf right there.
He started to trip over, and he still decided to, you know what, I'm just going to put it up and hope for the best, and the best happened. He ended up scoring that one. A very interesting shot.
With this 25-point lead here, we see some bench players in here, including number 55 for Hills, whose name we don't even have on our roster here. So I'm not sure who that is. We see Sam Fitzsimmons in, as you said.
Nine seconds left, and I don't think there's a 25-point shot in basketball, unfortunately for the Cutters, and that's going to end the game.
So that'll do it. Wayne Hills with a big win after that loss against Pascack last week. Wayne Hills rolls the momentum right back and gets themselves back on track with a 67-42 25-point win over Fairlawn in this game. So guys, what do you have to say about the recent improvements from the Wayne Hills team in this game?
Yeah, I mean, I believe we'll be having an interview from Phil Park in a second, but as we see him going over to our microphone, but he's really been an all-around player. He's gotten he ended off with 29 points?
Yeah, he ended up with 19.
Oh, I thought you said it was 29. Excuse me there.
It was 28 in the last game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so he's definitely been a good player. What else have we seen?
We've seen a lot of great play for Phil Park and Andre Macarenas. Speaking of Phil Park, we have him. Phil, can you hear me? This is Jason Hook.
Yep, I can hear you.
So I just had a few questions over here. You came out of the last game with 28 points. Now you have 19 points. You're the leading scorer on this team. And, what's really been motivating you to, score so often? You've been making all these plays. What's been motivating you the most when it comes to basketball?
Definitely my teammates. My teammates push me to be the best I can be, and they get me the ball when I'm hot, and they keep telling me to shoot, and they give me the confidence I need to just put up as many points as possible to help our team win.
Yeah, and hey, Phil, this is Noah Sandler here. So you're obviously an all-around player for this team in the paint, directing traffic, and taking some three-point shots. What would you say your strongest point of your game so far this season is?
I think that my ability to get to the paint and finish or kick out for a three has been the strongest part of my game this season. It's been working so far, and hopefully it keeps working.
And I'll go to you now, Phil. It's Luka Yanuzzi here. So just like at JFK, always on those basketball courts, you always being that team captain, always being that leader. What does it feel like now at your senior year here at Wayne Hills to be the commander and star of this Wayne Hills Patriot team?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I remember those JFK days, but it feels great to be the leader of this team right now. We're off to a good start. Hopefully we keep it going and just keep getting these wins together. I think we're 7-1 now. We have 6 more games, I think, or 7 more games. And hopefully we just keep it going.
I believe you have 5 more games left in the season. Thank you very much, Phil.
Thank you.
All right, and there you have it. We just heard from Phil Park here. So what else do we have?
Next week, well, not next week, 2 days from now, actually, on Thursday. At least that's when it's scheduled for. It might get pushed back due to the storm. But next game should be at home against Wayne Valley. So that's going to be a great game for Wayne Hills as the crosstown rivals go at it once again. Wayne Hills did get the win last time at Valley. Let's see if they could do it once again, whenever that game may be. I have been Luka Yanuzzi.